Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents Enter the Dungeon, episode 37. I'm your DM and host Marty, joined by Ahmed and Mark tonight. Yes, don't click on the weird links that Ahmed is putting in chat. the internet is not for that. Well, it is for that, but our stream is not. How is everyone doing on this fine? On this fine.
Hello.
What day is it? Wednesday.
Wednesday,
evening.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
We're good. We're good.
We are good. Pretty good. Hoping Adam will make it for this game. Is it might be lethal?
Well, you guys will just have to control his characters. Choose amongst yourselves which one's got which one, and then which one of his characters gets the.
I will
point.
take out Kerr the radioactive. I mean the black.
Oh,
there he is.
Never
It's
you
like-
mind. Never you mind.
It's like he heard me.
Should we accept?
So
Uh,
Arthur gives all his magic items to Shadow, as agreed in a contract.
Sounds amazing.
And Arthur commits
Sounds
seppuku.
amazing.
It's so weird. Oh hey Adam.
How's it going, bud?
I'm going to. I'm tired and hungry, so I'm going to eat my croissant with jalapenos on them.
Sorry, strong man eating a croissant is funny.
Cool. We're just doing the how'd you do. So I'm tired of swimming in boxes already. Half my apartment is packed and ready to go. I take possession of my new place next Wednesday, and then all of the moving happens over the next 4 or 5 days. So, and my new place is not on the street. I am so tired of dealing with street people and drug dealers and and loud partiers, and I just want some peace and quiet. Just want some peace and quiet.
Funny, I see the same thing.
Yesterday, it was it felt like the drunken conversation was happening in my bedroom at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then this morning it was a bunch of weird guys fiddling around with my gate trying to get in at 4:30 in the morning. So that was fun. Marty's tired. Tired. But anyways, I work from home today, so I snuck a quick nap in before game instead of commuting.
That's good.
And we already kind of pre-named tonight's game. It's called The Enemy Strikes Back.
Yay.
Boo! You sound like a terrible game.
Look at
As
that,
you guys have been
Mark's
doing,
calling
lightning
me.
raid, lightning raid, lightning raid, lightning raid. I'm pretty sure some smart high-level casters are gonna figure out some shit.
Yeah, they've only had a couple hours. To think about it.
Right?
Yeah, it's true. We're leveling every
Well,
hour.
that's after they came back from you guys screwing up their plans, and the temple's like empty.
Back and everybody's gone.
Right. I think it's about time that they're gonna strike back a little bit. So, yeah.
Maybe.
Or you guys are going to another node. I don't know. Like it really depends on like they're doing stuff. I know what they're doing.
What if we take a nap in this node? We could just live in this node now. It's our node.
Well, it is a node of air, and it does have stuff to sleep on. So you could take a long sleep in this
It's
place.
an hour versus a day.
Right, but you guys.
Uma.
You guys just rested, so you'd have to wait like probably, I don't know, 20 hours.
in the extraterrestrial space.
Well, yeah, let's get to that. So everyone's good.
Yep.
Cool. Adam looks happy with his croissants. All right.
I'm having my croissants.
Yep. Why don't we do a quick recap of what happened last game? It's actually a really short one, even though there was a really good fight.
Krieger has space AIDS.
It is
Yeah, I
Crusher
saw
does
that.
too.
Yeah, Crusher.
Last game was called Fallout Dragon. The heroes return to the Greater Temple and raid the Air Node to confront the corrupted elemental being called the Breath of a Dying Sun, or Star. I think it was a star. Yeah, and that was basically the adventure. You guys went into the node and battled a bunch of things there, and the fight was tough. Krieger almost died, and then Crusher almost died, but you now find yourselves in this maelstrom of a miniature like air elemental plane pocket dimension, It does have walkways that are constructed and floating in the middle of this giant cyclone, which is crackling with lightning. Oscar just finished fishing treasure out of this big windstorm in a bottle, almost, that was whipping around the edges. So Oscar wants to stay to like gather more treasure. He's sure there's minor things in there, but it's a little bit dangerous, and there's debris that's flying around. Strangely enough, there looks like there are portals that Ptolemy has identified as leading to the same places that the portals in the temple go to, i.e. the other nodes. And behind those portals, as if they're connected, it's almost like the energies from the other nodes of fire, water, and earth are bleeding into the air elemental plane. Or into this node. It's a two-way bleed as well. Ptolemy is like, you know, the greatest corruption of something that is pure element is the mixture with another element. They're perverting that mixture. The corruption is flowing freely between the nodes.
Now, is this an isolated from the planes themselves? Because this is not the elemental plane. This is a
No, it's
subset or a...
You know that stuff, iced cream? You guys are like, not nobility, and you're like, what the fuck?
I believe it's a food.
Like a porridge.
You mean from a cow?
Like a very hard porridge, or a gelatin, and you take a scoop out of it and you put it off to the side in your bowl. It's like they took a scoop out of the elemental planes and put them in bowls, but then they put them all in the same bowl and they're all mixing together, even though they're supposed to be gelatinous. Is this a good... Darian, do you understand what I'm saying?
Sort of.
Yeah. It was a good metaphor then.
So.
Yeah, you talk about your mashed potatoes and gravy. There's
Well,
some
no.
shiny over there.
I said like, so it's a simile, not a metaphor. If I just said it was gelatin, then that would be the metaphor. But technically, linguistically speaking... Meanwhile, there's like a storm blasting around you, crackle of lightning. Perhaps we should not linger here, gentlemen. Unless we want to linger here, although it's a bit nippy.
Get out of here. Let's find ourselves a nicer climate.
Alright, so we are still relatively hurt, if I'm perfectly honest.
Crusher's at 130 damage by the tokens, Krieger's at 131, and Darian and Oscar have some minor damage.
And Ahmed tells me we're out of healing.
We're not out of healing, just I'm out of heal nukes.
We have we have 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, we still have 5 elixirs of life.
Alright, so use the elixirs of life.
They do 5d6 plus 12.
Distribute them, alchemist.
Hey,
Yeah,
Wither.
how many? Give me a sec.
While I load up the rest
Yeah,
of
I
the
just
stuff.
noticed map tools isn't running. I've only been here for 20 minutes.
You
Still
suck.
trying to
He was supposed to run one of your characters tonight, Adam.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I got out there.
Fantastic. You had Alcur?
Punch.
Mark, what's
his
wrong
way.
with you?
Alfred's gonna punch his way through to the line of pressure.
He said he wanted to play Alcur the radioactive, and I said, all right, fine. I guess I missed something.
Oscar's gonna take his hand to trying to cast spells. It's gonna be great.
You know, there's this magic item called the Hand of the Mage, and it needs to be an elf mage.
You know, I could say the words with the tongue spell running to get into these other nodes. We could take a peek, see?
Okay, let's go.
Yes, that...
Which one is supposed to be the next most powerful? Oh, yeah, the fire plane is a chump.
No.
But we're also going to find the phoenix there. No. The
water plane.
the crack. We don't have
The
all of our.
kraken is the kraken is obviously just
We're not
a sea
ready.
beast, like a whale. Maybe an octopus. Because we've failed that check hard.
We aren't ready. We need to gather our strength.
Then after the kraken, it would be the earth, the monster, the Sarah Moon.
Then the fire.
So, are we taking a peek see, or are we going back to the temple? If we go back to the temple, we'll have to be very, very careful. Unless we're, well, doing something there. What is the plan? Will somebody tell me the plan?
The plan is we gotta get out of here. We need to rest again. Alker has used up his magic.
I've got spells remaining in my.
He's not
staff.
ready to fight anymore, and neither is Darian.
Well, we
I
need
mean,
to stop the
Tommy.
bleeding.
God damn it.
first.
All right. So, by the time Oscar went fishing for treasure, and you guys have been standing at this gate, we'll just say it's D3 minus 2 tens of minutes. It is. That's not right. No, D3 minus 1.
130 damage. So.
Really? Oscar
Darian?
fished out that treasure in less than 10 minutes?
That sounds like Oscar to me.
He's like, oh, there's one. Wait. So we'll say it's just 10 minutes right now. So you could have recovered one
Focus point.
focus point.
Okay.
And you used one of your healing focus points during the.
Okay, so I got 2.
Ptolemy's not recovering a focus point because he spent the time studying the gate.
Alker has all of his staff charges, as well as 1 heal nuke left. So he's not like
Out.
someone will have to kill the beast. I can get us healed again. I have some scrolls. I got some spells.
Darian uses one of his lay on hands on Krieger.
Crusher's gonna try to heal himself. DC 20.
Actually,
Have you used
he'll use both because
have you used up all the elixirs of life yet?
No, there's 3 more.
Please use them.
They're great for combat because you just go bloop. Here's 20, 30 hit points. This, if we have time, we could just.
For 2 actions, though, I don't know if that's.
It's a 2-action heal that provokes an AO.
Yep.
So
Take a step back and do it, I guess. Oh.
Well, that's
It-
3
it's-
actions now.
It's there if you want it.
Yeah.
I just think they'd be really useful for healing us up.
5d6 plus 12. Okay,
Alker's recommending people drink the potions that they were given from the alchemist.
Oh, these are coming off of the other characters now.
Yeah.
So 29 for Krieger.
Okay.
and
30
27
damage.
27 for Crusher. 27 becomes 82.
Wait, us healing up, does that mean we're going to another node?
No, we're just preparing
Possibly.
ourselves.
Which
for the
one?
worst case scenario.
I'm good to go.
One tongue spell up. Could you try to
Ooh.
memorize the words to the
30,
nodes?
30 for Krieger.
Yes, I suppose.
Another 30?
Yep.
Our fly spells are. How long do they last? 5 minutes?
5 minutes,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm no longer running.
All right. He is the.
Looks like we could walk, though.
My airwalk's working just fine.
How did you get airwalk? Says Tommy.
Dwarvish magic.
Hey, look! He's running after.
He's going to play in treasure. Trying to avoid debris. Give me a reflex save.
My favorite game.
Why don't you identify the magics we've collected here? They might be useful.
30 something.
Okay, so you avoid a 6 dice damage piece of debris that was swinging really quick,
Oh,
like
shit.
whoo, right by your head. You're like,
And it was actually 40 even, because that's
Nice.
how good treasure is. Matrix dodge.
you kind of went, hey, there's still treasure, and while you were talking, got
Hey, there's
briefly
something behind it.
briefly distracted. You come back, or are you still searching?
As long as they're fucking around, we're looking for treasure.
Okay,
So he's basically not involved in the decision making of what happens next.
got it.
4 is good.
Which node?
How much time has it been so far?
10 minutes and 12 minutes.
Okay. 38.
I would suggest that we do the Earth node next, simply because the Water node would require some specialized spells that I did not prepare today.
Well, if we don't have the spells for the water node, we kind of know how that ends.
Darian, hear yourself.
I believe the term is blub blub.
It's very technical of you, Alka.
Oh, I
Told
know.
me. Rolls his eyes.
So no, the water breathing is the sort of the key spell to that node. No, the Zara Moon is a very large sandstorm, as we remember, and it is going to be likely as challenging as the Athul, perhaps even more so. It will be difficult to spot and kind of hard to fight. But we could sort of step through, take a peek, and step back out again.
Well, if we can do that, let's do that then.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find the crab in that domain.
Which node are we going to?
The Earth domain,
Why not the water one again?
because only I will be able to breathe under the water.
No, but Ali gave us the potions to breathe underwater and swim.
Oh, well then we can go to the water domain then.
Yes, you have 20-foot swim speed. You can breathe underwater, and it lasts for 2 hours.
That's pretty good.
All right, then we should do the water domain so that on the morrow Ali can prepare something different.
Fair enough. Let's do that.
Besides, there's just a big squid in there.
Famous last words.
Well, I'm not scared of calamari. Let's get this show on the
Let's go
road.
fishing.
Guys, out of curiosity, anybody know what underwater does to archery? Because I have not found anything regarding that. Anyone?
I assume you're talking about in-game because reality is not going to work out in your favor.
Yeah. Shadow's gonna be biting all day.
If you're already underwater, I think like harpoon guns work. So the concept of a big stringy thing going. Choo, like a big rubber band
There are
around-
rules in there for underwater combat.
I
I think he's looking
at their
something
equipment.
specifically for archery, but
It's probably -1 per 5 feet of distance, something like that.
yeah, it's probably fairly severe.
How about we find the actual answer? This -1 It's a magic bow.
yeah. So you probably should look this up. And
I've been
I will
looking-
I
I've
will
been
I will
looking
look
up.
as well because you've got a high knowledge nature and you're an archer, so you probably have a good idea of how.
Can we get my spear first?
That would be helpful, yeah.
Potentially. I did see a drawing of your spear.
If you can find it, that would be great.
I seem to remember that drawing being on a mural. What were you doing in that mural, Shadow?
What mural?
Farting is boring.
I don't know. Don't know what you're talking about.
We've
I
all
didn't
made
see it.
mistakes, Shadow. Just don't make it again. Alker the White is remembering the mural of Shadow eating Crusher's brain, but Alker the Blacksaw didn't give a fuck about.
Right. Whatever that means.
Who's coughing?
Underwater Marauder.
Oh, my wife's just here.
Oh, okay. Say hello.
Hello, wife.
Hi.
What up?
What up, motherfucker?
So,
So.
So swimming.
Talking about swimming, there are feats for fighting underwater. So the only thing that I've found of relevance to this is the Underwater Marauder, which says you don't take negatives when using bludgeoning or slashing weapons. So that's the only reference. Because archery is piercing. That's, since it's not there, is the only reference I could find.
There we go.
for it.
Aquatic combat is on
478.
478.
478.
You're flat-footed unless you have a swim speed. You gain resistance 5 to acid and fire. You take -2 circumstance penalty to melee slashing or bludgeoning attacks that pass through water. Range attacks that deal bludgeoning or slashing damage automatically miss. Piercing attacks made by an underwater creature against an underwater target have their range increments halved.
okay, you destroy everything underwater. Oh no, your range increment's 50 feet.
And if
They're
you're
all
my
dead.
prey,
You
if
can't
you're my
catch-
prey, it's
You've
100
still
feet.
got better range than a spellcaster.
The rest you may not know about, and then we need to look up swimming.
If swimming prevents you from using like a two-handed weapon, maybe. Because it sounds like archers murder underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
So swimming's under athletics.
Swim. Aquatic. Oh.
So it's athletics checks to swim? Great.
Yeah. You prevent yourself
Tommy's
from
got
under
like
water.
0 athletics.
Oh, you guys,
That's what
with
the potion that gives you a
the
swim
potion
speed
gives
for.
you swim speed.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing all the fucking time, giving you potions. Drink them. He's not gonna prepare. He's gonna prepare cups of water for you next time.
He's going to prepare shots of
Gatorade.
laxatives to see if we come back with the shits. You're not even drinking it, you're just dumping it out. before you come back here.
Warrior Longknife, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Let us know if you have any questions.
Hey,
Okay, so you guys spend a few moments drinking potions and discussing your next move. Oscar's still trying to fish out treasure. Give me a D3. If you roll a 3, you found something of value.
Is one valuable?
No, you end up. It's like it's a shiny rock.
I found me a shiny. Well, you son of a bitch. How dare you shine like that?
You go airwalking like a boss over to the platform where the Earth node is. Still a torrent of air and
Oscar,
and storm.
drink the elixir. Why? So you don't drown. I don't want to drown. Then drink the elixir. Alright then.
nope.
Well, I'll lead the way, but I want to lead the way from the back, says Ptolemy. He's kind of like pointing down this old rickety-looking walkway.
Is anyone still hurt?
Yeah, I'm bleeding.
Crusher has 23 damage.
Darian's got 23, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
Oscar's got 34 damage?
Yes, he was running around picking up magic instead of getting healed.
I will look at your wounds, Oscar. One moment. says
We already drank the potions.
I can still heal him with these, and he pulls up bandages. Lots and lots of these.
All right. I could also channel.
Save your magics. We'll need them. We will continue our combats.
Oh, Krieger. There's only one more golden blessing of the Heart of Gold on this day. The rest of them are going to be more silvery blessings than the golden blessing.
Gotcha.
You still
Okay,
guys,
I'm a good swimmer.
you guys still have the magics to make me faster.
Ptolemy should.
All right, good to
What?
hear.
You have haste.
You keep saying haste.
Um,
Do you have any more of those?
of course I do. Sort of sorcerer do you think I am?
The one with tentacles?
Well, the tentacles go away, but I can make them come back out again.
I'm fine, thanks. I don't need
Kinda
the
like
spell
the
now.
haste.
Don't cast
the
it
haste
now.
go away, and then you can make them come back again.
Wolf and doggy paddle. Yeah, so currently we're attacking different nodes.
7 circle spells includes mass haste.
Yeah. Marty was telling us about the seventh.
Yeah,
spell.
he doesn't have 7 circle spells left though.
Not
Not
yet.
though.
If we rest,
I know.
Is haste a signature spell?
It is.
Oh, you are going to be so popular with all
His teleports are also a
warriors.
signature spell, and he can teleport 1,000 miles once he levels.
nice.
So like basically anywhere on the face of Runerak, that one side of Runerak, anyways.
So what will it be? The water node, or will we head back?
We're going to
Say
go to
you.
the water node.
We're all prepared for the water node. Let's do the water node.
All right then. We need a few minutes just to take care of Oscar's injuries and mine.
All right.
Darian, I assume you can heal yours.
Well,
Yeah.
if I got another 10 minutes, sure.
Alker, would you mind looking at my wounds?
Not a problem.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since I've done this.
So you have 20, 34. Oh, I'm gonna try to do this for you. Bam. Oh yeah. Oscar, you get 43 healing.
Oh, you barely got healed.
Nice. And how much healing did Crusher get?
Give me a second. I think it's
two-
or it's 2d8 plus.
2d8 plus 10, I believe.
I think it's 2d8 plus 20.
No, it's 10. It's 10, 10, 30, and 50. DC 40 is 50.
Okay, no.
So it's a DC 20 is 2d8 plus 10.
2d8 plus 10. No, 2d8 plus 10.
Yeah, Warrior Long Knife, we can give you a quick summary.
17 healing.
Nice. Thank you. Well, that's pretty weak. Look, I plugged his bleeding completely. Alker, you forgot.
I can
you forgot
reknit
this.
your person from almost dust.
Oh, that was true. Well, you did bring me back to the living. I appreciate that. Crusher does not turn back to regular size. Look over his shoulder in this plane of death.
Did your Max drink a potion?
No, he didn't get injured. He
No.
didn't get one.
To not drown.
Oh, yeah.
He has his potion with him.
I wonder how the airplane will manifest itself in this node of water.
Bubble.
Right, but is it going to be many small bubbles, or will it be like one big bubble?
Oh.
Marty,
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, local temple of element, or Lord Temple of Elemental Evil.
Sure. What is your
Such a
question?
bullshit ability.
What's your question?
The water node associated with the Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yes.
Does it contain pockets of air and earth that could be stood upon and walked upon?
Give me a roll.
If it's anything like this node, I would assume there would be.
Roll your super mega elven bardic knowledge.
28.
Um.
It takes the form of a Six Flags.
Yes. So the water node, you know that people stride in there from the temple, and there's a bottom to walk upon. You don't know if there's air, although maybe assuming that air is also bleeding into the water node, there might be a spot where...
So the visions that I was given of them pushing priests into the water, like the fire priests into the water plane,
Yep.
that was the water plane, not the water node, right?
No, it was the water node. They could have... Actually, they did both.
Oh,
There's
sign your
probably
hero
something.
points.
I would suspect that there's likely something else that's violent there as well, but there's supposed to be some place to maneuver. So, all right. The weenies will be in the back, leading the way from the back.
I'll be right beside you. Max, protect them again.
Krieger,
Yep.
this is more of a fact-finding expedition. So, even if you do see a dragon, running after it and smashing it with a hammer is usually a very effective approach, but...
I somehow feel that wasn't my fault.
I don't know what came over me.
But I will keep that in mind.
Oh, we've got Aquaman armor. Dogs.
Ptolemy, were you able to identify the things that we found, that Oscar found?
Some of them. I was studying this portal.
No, right.
Well, alright.
If it's of use,
Are we going
let
to
us
keep
know.
talking, or am I going to keep searching? Because there's something shiny over there. Look at it go.
We should not waste our time.
Hey,
Let's go take out the water thing.
yeah, but Oscar, think about it. We're going into a place that's like all water. They gotta have like clams and stuff with pearls in them, right?
I can get.
I like clams.
They make for good eatings.
I can do with some clam.
Let's stop jibber jabbing. Let's move. We're gonna do this?
Yes.
Then let's do it.
Shadow starts moving.
The words. We need the words.
Aren't they on the thing?
Yeah,
Wait, do they look open? These
Every-
portals look open, right?
They're not open.
You have to... Ptolemy has to say the magic words. Vada Kedavra, or whatever.
Are they written on the ground or something?
They're written along the edges of the portals. That's why I'm saying we need to walk over there.
Yeah, let's go.
After you. I'm going to lead from behind.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Where are you going? Oh, this is...
This is the Earth. This is the Earth one.
Oh, we want water. I understand now.
Correct.
I
the water's over
apologize.
there.
I might have had a long day.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay, some of these things are tenuously connected. These things being the Earth platforms, they're kind of like smushed together. You do have to hop down. These are not difficult things to do outside of combat.
Okay. If you fell, which way does gravity just take you down?
It takes you down into the maelstrom. Gravity is pointing down. The place where the Breath of a Dying Star was trying to take Krieger. It's down. It looks very violent and not a good place to be. Lightning.
Without a little bit of earth, I don't know what gravity does to hurt you.
Lightning crashing all around you. Shadow, as you hop up like the couple of feet, you do see something that gives you pause. While there are some interesting formations of rock and stone, and there's this elegant-looking bridge that spans two pieces of floating stone, it's the midnight black block of stone with visible hack marks in it and kind of like a very weathered and ancient look to it. There is a hum coming from this altar.
Hold on a second, guys.
Does it look like an explosion, or does it look like just black rock? Because that looks like an explosion from here.
It looks like maybe something exploded a long time ago, or maybe energy from the black rock is leaching into the surrounding rock and air.
Survival?
Something's going on here. Don't know what's up with these stones. Anybody else feel the hum?
Survival check?
Both Alcur and Crusher definitely hear the hum, and the closer you get to that black spot in the center, the closer you are to Zuktmoy in your minds.
Not sure what it is.
That is a fungal node of some sort. That is the source of the corruption in here.
Shadow, the survival check, you see a lot of claw marks in the rock around this place, suggesting that and score marks from electricity. You're guessing that the lightning elemental creature, Breath of a Dying Star, that was kind of draconic looking, might just curl up around this thing.
Stay away from it. This thing will corrupt you.
Yeah, this place is... So Alcur steps forward, pulses magic. Oh, yeah, you're getting strong magics from it. And when you detected magic, your magic pulsed over the stone, and you actually feel Zuktmoy's presence for the first time, gazing in your general direction, both you and Bonecrusher, in your mental connection with Zuktmoy. In that space that you're sharing with all of the other...
Can we stop fucking around now?
fungally bonded. It's just sort of like she shifted her gaze. Yeah. Like you've got her attention. It's like the sky. It's like the midnight sky just pivoted like 45 degrees, and it's like, whoa, okay.
We're just gonna stand and not move and not talk and just not think, and we're gonna think about not moving and not thinking, which might be thinking something.
Okay, so you're taking defensive mental actions right now?
Yes.
Crusher, what are you doing?
Crusher's backing away from this node.
What are you doing in your mind?
You're taking defensive physical actions.
I'm trying to...
You sense that Alcur is building sort of a wall around his mind. If your instinct was to move away physically, it could also be moving away mentally. Like you're doing a mental sprint away from the shift.
No, we'll try to do it. As we got closer, we felt it stronger.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when Alcur went pulse with his detect magic,
then I'll build a defense.
It's like he detected magic, something that is closely connected to her.
No, I'll build a defense.
Okay, so Crusher builds a defense. He does these weird, like, the same katas where he busts down walls, but every time he kind of like does the motion really quickly, he builds a wall like it's fucking Fortnite. Yeah. Fortnite in your mind. Oh my god, I can't believe I made that reference. Okay.
That is going to age very poorly when we watch the recording in 3 years and nobody gives two shits about Fortnite. What's a Fortnite?
Because it's gonna be Blasmo or whatever the fuck we're playing.
a Fortnite, try Blasmo. By dry, I can die. Attack the darkness.
All right.
Let's just move. Get out of here. Let's go.
Shadow is running across to the opposite side.
Okay, Shadow, you feel your lycanthropic skin crawling, almost like as you were going by the altar, you were sort of shifting in and out of 3 different forms in the parts of your body and skin that was closest to the altar.
I don't recommend anyone does what I just did. Try jumping from here.
I can't make that jump, says Tommy.
I can throw you.
I don't want to be thrown. Oscar, can I have a piggyback?
I can throw you.
I'm getting an Oscar piggyback.
Oscar will piggyback, follow me across.
Don't drop me, he whispers to you.
How did you get across?
I got you.
Oscar just is walking upon air as if it was solid ground.
Oh,
the
yeah.
airlock.
Okay.
You eat dwarven magic. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Unky Dwarf.
You eat too much Krieger.
Ah.
Crusher is actually going to land over here. It's going to shoot a little closer.
Okay.
But is there anybody who wants to move?
Give me a d20, don't roll a 1. Basically for Crusher, you can make that jump. Being a
bonus
monk.
is 25.
Yeah. You launch your way across.
Ooh. I make it.
Looks like Krieger, you're going to make me look up the athletics.
Yes.
You have to take a running jump.
I got a special jumping thing where I don't.
It adds. Crusher pulled out his arm. Jump, I'll catch you.
Okay, so the jump is 12 feet.
All right.
Can Crusher help him by?
You can aid, yes.
I'm just
Reach?
double checking. He's got a feat for jumping.
You
got
can
the
either
high jump, I
aid
think.
or you can ready to try to catch him if he fucks up.
Ready to. What's he got to roll?
Athletics.
Yeah, well,
Long
let's get
jump.
that 3 out of the way.
The DC of the athletics check is equal to the total distance in feet you're trying to move during your leap.
So don't roll a 1. Is what I'm.
So he'll ready to catch you if you screw up.
Yeah, he can't screw up really.
God, don't say that, dude.
You guys have allocated your hero points?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give
If
it
I
to
roll a 1 on
Crusher.
this, what's the worst thing that happens? I
I
fall
gave it to
for
Crusher
eternity.
this time.
Ahmed, what was the amount of healing that
23.
Oscar got?
He had 40.
40 healing? Okay.
Yeah.
So I got a 29.
Yeah, Krieger jumps across, no problem. You know, Bone Crusher, it's reassuring that Bone Crusher was there. He kind of pushes you along even though you didn't really need the help.
Darian is yeah, Darian will jump too. He's comfortable with that, I think. You said it's 12 feet?
12 feet, which means DC 12.
Max is staying with Ocker.
Yeah, Darian can do that. That's not as long as he doesn't screw up the roll. Roll 1. I rolled a 1. Okay.
Ready to catch you?
You
That's
can hear point as well, because going off to infinities.
yeah.
Marty
yeah,
can
or-
Yeah,
we're
so
rolling.
you're going to try to catch him. So give me an athletics check. Give me a second. Climb is athletics. Yes, give me an athletics check
Okay.
for Crusher.
Let it.
Wither King enjoyed that at least.
43.
Okay, so Darian basically jumped, and one of the plates in the kneecap of his armor kind of like caught a little bit, and like you didn't get as much jump as you needed, and you're basically jumping into the middle. these big bear claws kind of scoop you up underneath underneath your armpits and pick you up. And there's a scene there for a moment as Darian like
A Lion King scene.
right, as Darian is being held aloft by the werebear.
Okay, put me down. This is embarrassing.
All right, Max is just kind of
waiting with
wet nosing the back of Alkur's hand. He whimpers a little bit, like Max is sensing something from that stone. It doesn't look like he wants to.
Shadow.
I mean,
Max, move to the other side and jump it.
Okay.
All right, now call me Unky Dwarf. What? Call me Unky Dwarf. Unky Dwarf, can I have a ride across the castle duel?
Okay. As Alkur is calling Oscar Unky Dwarf, you hear this. At first, in your mind, it's like a wet spray, like a puffball of fungus just kind of like popped. But then you hear thoughts. Your psyche is incomplete.
I'm aware.
Don't worry. I'll fill in the gaps for you.
I'd rather you didn't.
She's waking up. That was Zuktmoy, the demoness of fungus. She was speaking with a voice. Give me a perception check to see if you recognize the voice.
oh crap.
37.
I'm just going to send Adam a little DM note.
Wither King. You wasted time with banter, and now Zook Boy is sort of talking. It's like, yeah.
Man, oh my. Max jumps across. No problem.
That's not good.
So meanwhile, like Oscar's basically just giving you a piggyback. I'm assuming you can stagger along with that amount of weight. Adam,
What was that?
you can stagger along with the like Team Weenie amount of weight. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Oscar. Yeah. It's Sherpa's
Get up.
Alkur across the way.
Darian, your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. You should lift up your mask so I can.
Sorry, what?
Remember when you said, "If you lie to me, I will kill you"?
I don't believe I put it that way.
Well, it sounded very much like that. Additionally, if I hide anything from you, I will kill you. Smite
Again,
you. Specifically,
I
Smote was the word.
Smiting's come in many forms.
All right.
What is it?
We should be walking. We can walk. We just have a think and walk. As we
Okay.
walk.
As you're walking into the areas that are turning green, there is an algal growth almost, and it's very slick and slippery.
Oh no.
There is like pools of water coming out of the closed temple, and this big vortex is spraying water all over this area.
Grab onto me.
The water park.
Yeah, grab onto Max as well.
Yeah, but when you go
Shadows.
for the ride, you fall for a long time.
Shadow's holding on to well, they're big, so
Okay, the
Get low, Max.
the
Don't
water
let
is
the
a
wind
bit
push you.
briny. It's hard not to get like bits of it in your face, and
Icky.
yeah.
so Shadow's drinking potion, giving one to Max.
Okay.
Crusher drinks his.
Max is like licking his chops like a dog does when it, has something.
I don't know if you
weird.
fully understand the concept of a perverted water plane. Water breathing will allow you to ingest the water into your lungs. The water will contain the fungus. It is a perverted plane with fungus in the water. It is most likely that we will all get to know the secrets soon, so we should be very effective in this.
Hey, Drixter, what's going on, man?
Additionally, you should, Darian, I don't believe she's trying to kill your beloved and children. She is trying to own or possess or embody your...
She'll still be around. Perfect.
We need to hurry then.
Yep.
See, I told you, and I didn't wait, so I don't get smoting, right?
That's correct. No smoting for you.
Perfect.
Crusher puts an arm on, puts a claw on Darren's shoulder.
The alchemist. If we help him, he'll help them. Purification of everything, remember.
I know.
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with.
Alicorn, Tia, and Phoenix
Phoenix
Heart.
Heart.
Yeah, I know the grocery list. Let's get it done.
I've been thinking, he says, he whispers to Elker, Oscar, and Shadow can hear, that the ounce of purity, an ounce is not very much. It's curious that the thing is called the weight or the volume of the water. This may only produce a small quantity of the stuff that purifies.
Yes, I understand.
All right, then, let's go breathe in some fungus.
Yeah, Alkurs, I've already taken the ride.
I hope it doesn't affect you as badly as the other stuff affected us.
Although you do have that poison and disease resisting thing going on.
Yeah, we're in there for
Yeah,
a long
see?
time.
So we're gonna carefully make our way towards the portal.
Okay.
We're gonna do the friggin' school children. Everybody hold hands.
Let go!
You shall not fall.
Do your thing, Talmy.
Oh, yes. Okay. This one's going to be fun. It's full of G's and B's and not enough vowels.
Shadow flicks his ears.
Whoa, that's a real tongue twister there. This greenish light, this greenish aquamarine light begins to trace, starting from two opposite ends of the triangle, or of the square. Sorry, meeting at the other two opposite ends. It is now lit up and glimmering like a silvery pool inside of a gushing fountain. Like the water's gushing up to your knees, kind of thing. It smells bad. It's like algal, rotty kind of brine. It looks much nicer, and strangely feels much nicer than it does smell. Like it's warm. Like you get the sense of like a sea swamp almost.
You know,
Okay.
when you have too many people in the tub,
How many people do you bathe with?
You save money on the water and on heating the water.
It reminds me sort of the pools back at the White Sparrow Manor.
Shadow walks over to here and starts speaking to the pool.
Come on, guys, let's go get him.
You mean it's full of pee?
All right, so the portal is open, and you guys stand around for a round, cracking jokes and peeing into the pool.
We're now gonna
The 2 action to get it out.
we're gonna jump through Shadow's pee.
Okay.
It's trying to get the
rolls
wind to blow it across.
Stealth through the portal.
Okay, Oscar stealthing.
Sneaky.
Yeah, as you plunge into the portal, there is definitely a pressure change, like a much heavier pressure on the other side, and you feel it from all sides. It is very warm, and there's definitely a salty taste to this putrescence and like a rot, like a kind of a like you just
Asparagusian.
no, it's like you're breathing rotten snail. I don't know if you've ever walked along a beach and found like a dead crab or a dead snail or a dead
It's got
it's got a bad funk to it. Let me transport you guys to where the air portal is. The Earth was triangle, right? Yeah.
Earth
Like
is
to say it's on my
triangle.
camera right now. My shirt looks like it's actually glowing. I've got a Tron shirt on.
Okay. For some reason, the artist forgot the square for the air temple, so I'm just gonna. Oh no, not that's water. What is the symbol for air?
The air
Air, we
temple
don't actually know.
is it like a plus sign? What is it? It's under
I've seen a video
body
game,
pages.
Adam.
Huh? It kind of is.
Symbology: the air was a gray circle.
Circle. Yeah. Gray circle.
Oh, fire! It's not a circle. Fire is like.
Fire temple is like a fireball template.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. Fireball.
All right, I'm gonna make this player visible and enforce you guys there, center you guys there, and unfog.
Oh dear, oh my.
Okay. There are odd glowing lights that allow you to see into this place. There is a bottom.
Everybody has dark vision.
As you're coming out of this portal, the air temple is like a like it's bubbling air. Like you're walking out of sort of like a bubbling jet. You can't really see until you step maybe about 5 feet away from the portal itself. You might be able to breathe standing on the portal itself. You don't know if that's the case of when it's open or closed or not. And the group of you sees that there is you're in sort of like a chamber. It is submerged. Or it like you're underwater when you come out of the temple, although there might be a pocket of air just above this particular area. similar to the earth or the airplane where there were earthy bits of ground. There does appear to be a gap where there's a bridge along the bottom.
Question.
Yes.
Now that I'm not in the immediate vicinity of one of those black squares of evil Zikmoyan rot, do I think I could disintegrate it?
You don't know what it is. It looked like some sort of ancient stone monolith.
Shoot, disintegrate it. It probably shoots it back at you. It says, "I'm an artifact, bitch."
Now that you've stepped through, you get the sense that she is further away, and you actually know the location of where a similar black stone is in this particular water node. You can see that there are some gaps, like they may disappear down into the crushing depths of an ocean, like you're in a cavern that might be surrounded by an ocean of water. There is a curious sphere. It's not perfectly round, as some of it is leaking into the surrounding area, almost like it's a really, really round sphere of some sort of blackish ink, and it's kind of like leaking into the surrounding area, and it is pitch dark.
Ptolemy, before we move forward,
Yeah, you guys
Alker
basically
has
your lungs then fill with this briny.
Alker's hat turns into like a glowy helm of air.
Okay, so yeah, your sombrero hat that you stole from the
acquired,
yeah,
liberated.
Was it the air temple?
Yep.
It basically creates this globe of air around you. For those that have water breathing, water fills your lungs, and you are able to talk, although it sounds really funny.
Yeah, Alker doesn't have the. He's talking. Like he gets to talk. Ptolemy, before we move forward, you should probably memorize the words to at least activate this portal to leave. Is it the same as it was to get into the air from the other direction?
I will have a look, Stony.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
Okay. What is the back thing?
Ptolemy just gives a thumbs up when he's done. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be stupid. I love it. There is some briny seaweed, like patches of really long algal. You can't tell if it's like plant or algae that is just grown to look like plants, but it's definitely there are little fish darting in and out of it. There are living things here. You can see these weird, like 7 or 5 armed or legged crabs crawling around. Like, nature looks a little bit odd. Some of the fish in here, Shadow, are like little clownfish, but they don't have tails. They just have 2 heads, one on either end, and they seem to like dart back and forth. This something is like the very essence of nature is being perverted.
One of those heads has a really shitty life.
Maybe they both do.
One of them is shittier. Somebody eats more than the other.
What's wrong? I don't want
Okay, you get your bearings. You guys all have fly speed or swim speeds.
Yep.
Because of the potions. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, Oscar's
20
going to
20
start.
foot move speed.
20 move speed.
Yeah, it's only 20 foot move speed. I don't know if it's affected by your. Here, I'll read what it says.
Okay, there is a presence in the mental space that is really panicked. It's female. It's not Zuktmoy. It is not as old. It is not any of the masters. But it's definitely in this plane, Crusher and Alkur. And it's going, There's only one left. There's only one left. There's only one left. There's only one left. Oh! There's only one left.
Hello? Only one what?
Who's there? Who's there?
This is Alcur. Who's there?
Oh, it's you.
That's always good.
I told you not to come back here. I'll use it. I'll use it on you.
Oh, we don't want that. I've had a very long think about my life.
Who else is there? Somebody else is there.
This is wait, this is Crusher.
It's your brain.
Yeah.
You again.
Yes.
Do I need to tear you apart limb to limb? How do you keep on coming back?
Who are you?
I am. My tentacles stretch everywhere.
Do you
want
like
to leave
Ptolemy?
this place?
Ptolemy. I enjoyed his brain once. I warn you, there's only one left, but I will use it.
Are you the spawn of not?
And you can see in the mental area this fancy looking woman in like a nautical creature motifed outfit, tight fitting, and she kind of points this shiny object towards you. And you can see it's got like this weird empty bore of a wand end in this big chamber.
Does it have a bunch of chambers, sort of in a cylindrical sort of fashion?
Yeah.
Oh, touche, sir, touche.
Does it look like it was craft? Oh, never mind. I don't know how to. I can't see game. Ask me a question.
Oh, very well done, sir.
When we find it, we're gonna look for a crafter's mark, though. We're looking for. Are you familiar with Nautica?
Oh, that's right. Whenever I meet you, you're all idiots. She
Are you the spawn of Nautica?
she seems to kind of like put the gun away. A bunch of ink. She disappears into a bunch of ink, and then you get the sense that there are tentacles writhing outside of the ink, and you notice that there is a tentacle that just goes into the ink of the actual plane a little bit.
Yeah. See, this is like basically using this mental thing to communicate. It's like Tinder. You don't really know what's good, what you're getting yourself into.
What are we waiting for? Says Ptolemy.
There's a
The people that were not talking have kind of lingered forward a little bit, I'm guessing. So Krieger and Darian and Shadow, Oscar, Ptolemy.
Darian's trying to figure out how to snap his fingers underwater.
all right. There's at least one other being here, and she seems frightened.
Okay. There are 3 rocks that turn out not to be rocks. As they move slightly, they look like they are now undulating around the stone.
Hey, boy.
They're big. The big rocky outcroppings are actually the backs of the creatures. You have fought some of these before in the temple.
Yeah, they were in the third level of the temple on the south side.
Yep. Big crab-like things called chuls, and there are 3 of them. They do not seem to be disturbed by your presence, and it looks like they might be worshipping or...
Hey, Kramer. You can battle and cut everyone today.
There are also some
But I assumed
swirls,
There's going to be disgusting by the end of this.
some swirls of water that look a little bit suspicious coming from the depths, and it's almost like there might be beings made out of water that are in each of those 3 pools.
What's funny is we're almost within Shadow's range of just attacking them. Because what combat is goofy now. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's big. Oh, it's why has it got a face?
So it's dipping down and out and swirling around and waiting. As you can see, these crab-like chewels kind of undulating their tentacles and clacking their mandibles and their pincers.
Do we want to, if we are to engage them to make this place a little safer, would it be best to engage them near a temple or near a portal where we could escape if things go sideways?
Well, really mean. You better.
Okay. Something begins to emerge from the black ink, like it was hiding in the black ink.
Is the pretty lady in a dress?
It is not a pretty lady in a dress.
Is it a mermaid in a dress?
It is not a mermaid in a dress,
Does it
although
have tentacles in a dress?
there is a woman.
Is it a singing crab? Because I saw that movie.
Under the sea.
First.
Oh no. Now-
Until all the fungus under the sea.
Is there only one of these in the multiverse, or are there multiple?
And Midwick, you son of a bitch! Why did you get him building a gun?
I get shot with a gun killer. It's good to have a dancing shooter in one of its tentacles.
So tentacles sort of appear. They're kind of in a pear shape, and they begin to spread. And there is like a clownfish amongst an anemone, a woman that is dancing amongst the tentacles. And let me get a token for her. She is beautiful. She's got sort of weird floral growths in her hair and along her skin, but it looks like fungal and underwater. And we will call her the voice in the tentacles.
It'd be like a dryad or whatever the water one is. I'm gonna go fly. Does she have a funny rod with the cylindrical thing and a hole in it that I can see from 300 feet away?
No. Nope. So this thing emerges from the edge. One of the tentacles might be like latched to the back of her head, like kind of leafed over the back of her head.
Meat pocket. That big squid-looking thing is probably the spawn of Titanica. So I've actually remember, one golden spell remains.
Out of
Got
curiosity,
it.
does that woman look anything like a young girl, a daughter of a
No,
Blackender, maybe?
this thing is like some sort of underwater fey creature, fully grown adult, shapely, but you'd be worried about the fungal growths and the coral and the tentacle attached to the back of her head.
The tentacle attached magnet is probably an issue.
That's the barnacles you gotta watch out for.
A bit of random sea wisdom.
Have you ever felt a barnacle?
They're sharp and rough, man.
They're really sharp and scratchy, and they'll just one of those in the wrong spot and it'd ruin your whole night.
I definitely have room for Ptolemy. His body rotted away long ago. I was not expecting to see another.
I don't think the woman is still in. I think we should probably free the woman from pain.
Who's saying this?
Gotcha.
Alcur. He's trying to. He's under the impression that she's not.
She's not trying to invade Alcur. I will trade for Ptolemy. He is most compatible. It's very difficult to find compatible. Especially in a goldfish bowl like this place.
Where's the gemstone?
You want it?
Yes, we also have to destroy the spawn of Nautanica that is connected to your body, as it is corrupted.
You're going to try to destroy me?
Crusher just looks at Alcur.
You are an idiot.
He's a good guy. He's not going to be like, sure, take Ptolemy.
Oh, you've changed, Alcur. You've changed.
I prefer to say I've reverted back to my true self.
Crusher, I will trade you either Ptolemy or Alcur. I will enjoy figuring out what happened to him. For the gem. And you could see there's this blue-green glowing gemstone in your minds. Like she's showing you what it is.
Give up the gem. Your death will be quick. I hope.
Okay. A little tiny tentacle, like a little feeler tentacle, kind of pulls the gem away quickly, and now she's waving around the big, angry, like I'm gonna fight you tentacle
I
in your
think we
mind.
made him mad. Negotiations did not go well. So the brawny ones are to engage.
We tried our best.
Alright, we stick together this time.
All right, it's almost like she has said similar things to the creatures in the pool, because rising out are the water elementals, and all of the Chuuls have basically like turned to face your direction. And I think initiative is in order.
Yeah.
By this point in time, the portal to the air node has closed, as it was only
rounds
open
does it
for
take?
it was only open for 5 rounds.
How many rounds does it take to open? One?
1 round,
Sweet. Just in case.
just in case.
You might have to run for it.
Don't worry, Krieger. You'll just be attached to big tentacle thing. We'll come back for you.
Shadow's doing his
crazy.
praying. Shadow's doing his praise right now.
Well, no, we're rolling initiative.
5!
We had multiple rounds to go. The big tentacle thing that's coming out of the cloud, I want that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so we need.
Just imagine the ranger who's like every person they meet, they pray.
All right, so we're gonna call it the Naiad Queen,
Shadow, you mean?
and it has initiative of +18. And then we're gonna have the spawn of Nautanica. Which has an initiative of +38.
Darian, don't
Follow
go
me.
too far.
Just start reading, opening that shit up.
Did you say plus 38? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Oh my.
Don't
Okay.
worry.
No,
this
36.
is-
Sorry, 36. I had.
Oh,
that's
much
better.
better. Much okay. Yeah,
This
I was,
is
I was
the-
worried for a second.
It's just a dumb beast. It's nothing to be afraid of.
Shannon's gonna take a shot from
All the
downtown
other
and say-
clues don't show that this is the most difficult of the dungeons.
Shannon's gonna take
Not
a
at
shot
all.
from downtown.
The
No, just turn around, guys. Let's go.
the elemental tsunamis have a
Also, doesn't sound challenging.
22 on their initiative, and the Chules, which are probably the chumps of this.
Yeah,
The gutter trash of this particular node.
we smashed them hard 3 levels
They
ago.
do have a plus 15. All right, Malini's not there. Alcar the Black's not there. Let me just get to the random numbers, and I'll roll initiative for you. Copy pasta.
Krieger, you're all right underwater, right?
Yeah.
Darian, you stay close. For a second.
All right. The order goes Spawn and Titanica, Naiad Queen, Elemental Tsunami, Shadow, Darien, Bonecrusher, Oscar, Ptolemy, Krieger, Alker, Chules.
So it's they go, we go, they go, we go, they go, we go, they go, we go.
Bad stuff?
Right.
Not so bad stuff. Bad stuff? Not so bad stuff.
Okay. The Kraken is going to.
Unleash the Kraken.
At least there's no fireballs here, guys.
That's true.
There'll
Ah,
be,
crap.
there'll be cold balls.
Be frosty balls.
Is going to jet forward aggressively. Jet is a move action. With a single move action, it moves 240 feet. Or 280 feet.
What?
Can you close that gap?
Which causes anyone with any sense of self-preservation to go, ah!
Huh.
Alright, its second action, it holds aloft the Voice of the Deep. Its third action, I think it's just going to swim lazily at this point. No.
That's one.
Yeah, that's too many actions for that one. So it just swims up. Swims off to the side. Alright, that's Titanica closing the distance, or the spawn of Titanica. The Naiad Queen gets to take her actions.
Who the hell's the Naiad Queen?
The
thing on a tentacle.
Sorry, the
Oh, is that
Voice
what
in the
it's
Deep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is there another person I can't find?
Is going to cast a primal spell.
Oh crap.
She's not a terribly... You guys are too far away.
Very few spells.
Yep.
There are very few spells that actually go those sorts of distances.
Yep. She does have one, but you guys are still too far away. Okay, she's got a radiant action.
You can't cast spells as readies. Like ready action, you can only use a single action activity. So you could like ready a shield spell, for example. That's what it. Or a single action magic needs.
Yeah, they're still too far away. She's going to delay. Elemental tsunamis. They're now rushing in.
They swim extremely slowly. 10-foot.
No, not 10-foot speeds.
So we've got like 15th level or whatever, like swimming potions or whatever,
It's
and
12th
we're
level.
we are the slowest things in the battlefield.
Okay, they,
Yep.
they triple move through the water. This one's just going to wait on the other side of the bridge.
Although there's ground underneath us.
Yep.
So could we just walk through the difficult terrain?
If you have... no, I think it's...
Is it natural?
You could
difficult terrain?
treat it like difficult terrain walking along the bottom.
Is it magical difficult terrain?
No. It's like you're walking in the bottom of a pool. You're not walking as fast as you are walking, but you do have swim
Shadow
speeds.
ignores non-magical difficult terrain.
So Shadow's really good at running it along.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So elemental tsunamis have moved. Then Shadow.
Make me faster.
Who's next? I'm gonna delay
Darian,
the
Bonecrusher, Oscar, Ptolemy, Krieger, Alcur. They're all next.
All of us.
Who do you want to go after? Ptolemy, it sounds like.
You're gonna make me faster?
He nods.
Alright then.
I'll wait after Ptolemy.
Darian.
Darian's going to try and get up front.
Thank you, Wither King.
He's going to raise a shield. 20, huh?
Yep.
Move out 20 feet.
Okay.
And put a smite on the spawn of Natanica.
Stick together.
That wasn't very nice. I remember him. Crack his armor open like a shell. Bonecrusher.
Bonecrusher moves forward. He moves 30 feet. Here. Ah, crap. Here. And is readying a flurry against anything that comes within reach.
Okay. Why are you moving
Enemy.
30 instead of 20?
Because I'm moving along the ground.
Okay. Got it.
That's half speed.
Oscar.
Top speed.
This is just. This is just worse.
Oscar complains with every battle.
Yes.
Bullshit. I get
It doesn't matter what it is, Oscar complains. Yes, you understand. He doesn't like fighting.
Right. Unless he's like already in position.
Yeah, he likes assassinating. It's like a fair fight. If we're having a fair fight, we've already screwed up. It's terrible.
Okay, you're standing. The paladin has stepped in front of you and is pointing the answerer at the spawn of Natanica.
We're gonna go behind the bear. He's gonna go here. He's gonna look at this. Yeah, we're gonna go over here.
Okay.
What can those big water things do?
Ptolemy is going to cast haste on Shadow, apparently by request.
Shadow goes.
Popular request.
Shadow is going to put prey.
Ptolemy, next to me, please.
Yeah, he will move closer to.
So Max is told him to protect these two. He's just gonna swim above them,
Okay.
like he's gonna float above. Them.
Teabag by.
Yeah, he's above you guys. So, Shadow doesn't know how tough
Swimming
these
dog.
water elementals are.
He's like, water or doll?
Nobody answers.
The caster.
He's already putting prey on Voice of the Deep. And let's see how many can put in this little baby. Okay. Shadow.
Because you don't want to know what it can do.
I don't want to know what this thing can
And
do.
besides, the big tentacle monster is just a big tentacle monster. We already did research on it. We had 4 guys drinking potions and.
Okay, so this thing is my prey.
It'll be a cakewalk.
It's just a big fish.
Okay, it's 135 feet away, and
Your range increment is reduced by 50%.
okay, give me a sec. Nope, don't do that. Just gotta make sure. Stop that! Stop it!
Your lightning, thundering arrows must look so neat, flying through the,
Oh.
through the water, kind of leaving it behind as
So
weird.
ignore the only 100 creatures. That's fine. Okay,
Like
so
little torpedoes.
it's
Yep.
100 and
It would basically be
35 feet.
blasters from like Star Wars.
so Shadow's gonna. Let's see.
Mandalorian is good. Anyways,
Okay, Shadow's gonna move forward 35 feet. Because that's his movement.
Okay, Shadow just is kind of like crawling along the bottom and pushing off, and very agile and natural
so
terrain.
it's 100 feet, so it's 200 feet. I ignore the second increment. So it's a -1.
All right.
this is where archers just.
It's a with this feat. Yeah, archers with this. 20 plus this.
Where it used to be impossible to arch underwater,
Oh,
now it's like
balls.
underwater elves murder you.
AC 32 is a hit.
41.
AC 41's a crit.
Okay.
Get rid of the caster thing, make it blind, shoot your face.
So moved, and then 2 more.
Mark, have you investigated any of the good
31?
creature monster entries?
I have not looked at the angels. No.
Okay.
20 is 28 a hit? No, 20 is not a hit, right?
28 is against the voice creature that is being manipulated like a sock puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit. That's her AC.
Okay, so that's a crit and 3 hits. Okay, dokie.
What kind of arrows are you using?
These are shocking sonic arrows.
Okay, all of that applies.
I don't
Okay,
believe they're cold iron. That was
So, let's just do this. 3D.
You also can. They gain resistance to acid underwater.
Okay, so
Oh,
the first
cool.
arrow.
5 to fire and
Does-
acid, I think.
The first arrow does 26.
Okay.
The second arrow is a crit, which
Did you
does.
get pinned to the octopus?
It does.
No, she's kind of held off the ground, so yeah,
Yeah.
she's pinned to the tentacle, but it's
61 damage.
Doesn't have any effect.
87. Okay.
Third arrow does 27.
A fort save versus the
Four.
deafening.
Yeah. There's a
14.
fort save. Oh, is Nautalica, the spawn of Nautalica, immune to electricity damage?
That's a good question.
The Shocky Zorp.
Nope.
And did
Alright.
you just call her Metallica?
Oh yeah, she is a little bit.
4.
She takes nothing.
Okay. And then the last arrow,
The spawn of Metallica sounds like a Metallica cover band.
24.
Okay, the creature is dying at the end of the Tentaca's tentacle.
That's how we do it.
These arrows come, magical arrows come blasting out of
like- None left.
out of Shadow's bow, and Nautalica was trying to move it around, but it looked like Shadow was basically playing a game of tag or something.
In the cushion.
Yeah. Krieger.
I think he pissed it off.
Real
Krieger.
backs away from Shadow.
Yeah, its eyes narrow and is glaring at Shadow.
We'll help here, guys.
I imagine this kraken has been going mad down here, doing tea parties with bodies on each of the tentacles, having conversations and stuff. Is kind of what I'm envisioning. Based off of, there's only one left.
Would you like this sacrifice? No, thank you, I don't.
Krieger moves
Sorry.
20 feet and readies an action, I guess, to strike something that comes within striking distance.
Yeah, I don't think your fiery axe works underwater.
No, I don't imagine it does, and anything's got resistance 5. So
It looks really angry, but it's kind of just bubbling and
it's called the
glowing.
boiler under here.
That was Krieger's move. You're readying an action, you said?
Yeah, readying action is straight.
Occur the white.
Ptolemy, are you
Wait,
nearby?
Do you have others?
He didn't grow his tentacles, did he?
No, he cast haste on Shadow
He
and
didn't-
then moved towards.
Oh, he
you.
did move?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
First one's for you. I'm going to give him freedom of movement. Don't get grabbed by tentacles.
Oh. How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
There's others too, but I have to stand here and cast them, so get your ass over here if you want. Yeah, Willy King, you could be Aqua Slave. It's like Aquaman's cousin.
Why he goes? Why did you choose me first? You should have got one of the warriors. He didn't know. He doesn't know the fucking.
He doesn't know.
No.
We got to protect the weenies.
Well, all right. The Chules have a swim speed of 25 feet, which means that they can move 75 feet.
They'll be
so-
here. This will be long dead done by the time they get here.
Yep. They're angrily kind of like scooting and like jumping along the bottom and scooting forward. Top of round 2, Spawn of Natanica. Well,
You broke my toy.
yeah, I think she's just gonna free action drop it where it was. It just sort of like gets loose, and you can see a little bit of like blood, not like gushing, but just a little bit coming out of the back of the creature's head. Natanica's going
Oh shit!
Natanica's gonna scoot forward towards Shadow because there's no way we're gonna let that happen again.
So,
Or
in my brain-
like last
oh,
time when Shadow came here and did the same thing. No, she knows. She knows.
Where's Shadow? Oh, Shadow.
When she was going on about only one left, I thought it was like only one bullet left in the gun, but it's only one meat puppet left.
Maybe.
Or maybe there'll be one bullet in the gun and one meat puppet.
Are those things mutually exclusive?
No.
All right, it's gonna do a single jet forward,
Oh.
and its tentacles are 40 feet long, so it could stay across this gulf and still hit Shadow. Yeah,
Oh,
there we
that
go.
prick.
So it discards the voice of the deep and jets forward, and then it's going to simply try to grab Shadow.
That's what the freedom of movement's for.
So the tentacle arm at 40 feet away is plus 39.
Oh,
AC 47.
That hit Shadow critically.
I imagine, yeah.
One of the large tentacles just wraps around Shadow, and Shadow almost disappears underneath it. Are you spending a hero point to make it not critical?
Can I know what the critical does before you roll?
The damage is 4d10 plus 19.
That's oh wow, that's before.
4d10 plus 19.
8d10 plus 38.
Well, that's before the crit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit.
So-
Well, it's gonna be critting most of us most
Every
of the time.
attack. Yeah. It's got plus crit to hit.
That's great to hit.
Fuck.
So this was one of its main arms that came out to grab you. It does have like minor tentacles Those minor tentacles do less damage, and they have got more reach.
Fuck. No, can I? No, I'm not gonna avoid that.
Okay, 8d10 plus 38. Shadow took 83 points of damage.
Oh.
It then uses a action to grab you.
The discard was a free action, I assume? Like a drop?
Yeah.
Yep. So jet forward, attack, grab.
Yep.
It's done.
So freedom of movement now allows you to automatically succeed on escape attempts, which means you have to make an escape attempt. So you still get grabbed, you just can escape for free.
It's starting to kind of shake Shadow, and you can hear the creature's voice in Bone Crusher and in Alker's mind. There's no way I'm going to suffer your slings and arrows. Pop goes the weasel, and you can see Shadow's like being crushed.
That's a problem.
The shadow.
Voice in
the
the
shadow.
voice in the deep needs to make a flat check. It doesn't. She is at dying 2. Still willing to make a deal? This time it's 2. 1 for this pathetic creature, your brother, and another for the gem. You get a feeling that you've died to Natanica before. She's claimed that she ate Ptolemy rotted apart, apparently.
Yeah.
And she knows that Shadow is boss down here.
Yeah. Everybody else has to fuddle around. He just runs around and shoots with arrows. Like you.
Okay, elemental tsunamis are moving forward. They're going to engage the warriors.
This thing, we can't be here, guys. This is Bayad.
There's Bayad.
Alright, so they move at 50. No, 100 swim. And have a reach of... Ooh, they could do 20-foot poles. Okay, so... It's going to move to above this gulf. And then it kind of claps its hands together, and there is a violent push of water towards Crusher.
Okay, what's the save?
The melee attack for its wave.
Oh.
Is it a ranged attack?
It is a reach attack.
Oh! So it's a melee attack.
AC 40.
That hit Crusher.
Okay, 2d12 plus 36 bludgeoning damage, which is max on 2d12 plus 12. Wow! You're like, oh, it's just water. Whap! Tendril of water hits you in the face, and then it has push or pull 10 feet. So I think it's going to push. And let me just make sure that push isn't automatic, or it doesn't have an action. Give me a second. Push.
What's the range of the thing? It's 20 feet?
Yep. Okay, it is just a success, and it automatically does it, so it's going to push you back 10 feet.
Okay.
It took an action to push you back. So it moved, did a watery tentacle attack, and pushed you back. This one swims forward 100 feet and is kind of guarding the bridge, and then it's going to ready... You know what? It doesn't need to ready. It's gonna move to here. No, to here. It sees the tin can man with the glowing sword. It's gonna push against Darian. AC 32 with the watery wave. Okay, hitting your shield, and you stand firm. sliding back a couple of inches. And then the other elemental tsunami is going to move, pick up a Chul, and move forward to here. It's just sort of dragging a Chul behind itself. Darian.
Oh, Darian did not like that. He is going to raise his shield. I bet he can't even reach it. Oh, yes, he can. Move
Okay.
in.
The water in the area that is 30 feet around the elemental is considered difficult terrain
To swim in?
for creatures that don't have the water trait.
So, but we're in difficult terrain already.
Yeah, so it's just difficult terrain. You could feel like the water is pushing against
Okay,
you.
well, he gets up to it. That's it then.
Okay.
You raised your shield. You single moved.
No, I double moved if it's difficult terrain.
Well then, it's more of this kind of crap with the idea of the elementals, because now a guy with a 20-foot move speed can never, like, you don't get to attack the elemental. If it's 2 moves to get towards it, it does 1 action to you, and you have to go 2 moves to get towards it again.
It is the top like tier of elemental. Like it's the
And, well, they just all
Yeah.
around made elementals really not nice to fight.
Yep.
Like, they're not fun.
what is the name of the module?
Well, it's a temple of elemental evil, but
Right.
it's just.
Bone Crusher.
I'm talking about the criticism is of the second version of monster.
Yep.
So Shadow's getting his hiney kicked.
It is telling you in your mind that it will trade Shadow's life for one of the weenies. It's not using the word weenie for Ptolemy or Alker. It'll also trade one of them for the gem.
Free yourself,
So
Shadow.
it's like it doesn't care. It knows the value of it, but
Crusher takes mountain stance. God damn it.
okay, mountain stance underwater.
Our temple!
This elemental's looking at you. Like, what are you doing? Of course, Oscar's feeling a little exposed at this point as Crusher got pushed back.
Go help Shadow.
And Crusher is going to move. This is so 25. Hold on, I don't know if it's.
Okay, the elementals do not have reactions.
No, it's not that. I think it's. I wonder. I have 65. No, 60 feet. So that was 25. 65 feet. Oh, there we go. Get there and flurry. So move, flurry, and attack again.
All right.
I have my claws are slashing.
It works.
I
Your
believe it's a
cold
minus
also
2.
works. Your acid will have to roll separately.
Okay.
Turn the water elemental into a big fucking ice statue.
Okay. Now does this thing give us the like there should be a -2 penalty, I think, to attacking with a slashing where claws are slashing, right?
You take -2 circumstance penalty to melee, slashing, or bludgeoning attacks that pass through water.
Melee bludgeoning. Okay, so -2 on all these buttons. So 22. 17.
I think they do half damage too or something, or
Nope.
no? Okay.
That is the
34.
not fun rule of first edition,
Oh right.
which is inherited from third edition D&D.
Okay, so 22 misses, but does 34
AC
hit?
34 hits. Yep.
Does 22 hit?
22 does not.
I had to ask. Plus, awesome 12. 32, not 20. All right.
They can be critted.
Okay, so the first hit does 3d8 plus 7 plus 2d6 or 1d6. Okay, guys, remind me to check. I have to check after. Wait, does the first one hit?
Yep.
Moved in flurry. I rolled 3 times. God damn it. Okay, that's fine. So 24
To
on the
grab
first
back.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
And the acid is
No,
One.
no damage.
got. And then my
Aren't your claws 3d12 randomly as acid?
My claws are 3d12 because I am a fool.
Okay, so the claw damage is 13. So roll 3d12. Just roll the
Thank you.
3d12.
21.
21 plus 11, so 32 damage instead.
Okay.
Randomly is looking after you.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, you claw the solid
61
swirling
on the
mass
crit.
that is the
DC
elemental.
I need a DC 34 check from you, or be slowed.
94 damage. Okay. A DC what?
34.
Made it right on.
Oh man. Okay, so I moved, flurried, and attacked. Yeah, that's it for crush.
Okay, the creature is not bloodied. Oscar?
You can always swim away.
Way you hear the imp say in your head.
It were fucking with us.
Can you guys tell me interruption what page that shit is on? I've been looking for it and I can't find it.
So it's how
there
it's
we go.
30 feet around it that is
Ye-
difficult terrain.
Yep.
It's really rough. That's a triple move.
Okay.
Now all it has to do is back up 20 feet.
Back
Hit
up
us
20
again.
feet, whip you 40 feet away or 20 feet away. Yeah.
Ptolemy. I think Ptolemy needs to haste somebody else.
What's fun is Shadow, aside from being flat-footed, he can still use his bow and stuff. They don't have that one arm thing.
Krieger is the closest. Ptolemy does have to take a stride to step to get Krieger, but Krieger is now hasted.
You have a swim
Alright.
speed, so you can't.
Oh, okay,
step.
okay. So it's still in action. So, Krieger is the haste.
Alright, I'll put that down.
Shadow.
Okay, now what I was asking about the interrupt was because I have an item I want to activate. It's a 2-action activation. Is the cloak of the Montebank? What is it called?
Oh, the one that'll let
The
you
one
do
that lets you
dimension door?
dimension door.
So,
Cape of the Montebank.
so you are grappled,
Yeah.
which means that if you take a manipulate action, there is a flat check. So let's check the Cloak of the Monobank to see what the action is to activate it,
2 actions.
which usually means I believe it's a manipulate, so I think it's a flat check.
It's a worn item. It's an interact, and interacts are where are you? No,
Interact.
it's 533. Yeah, an interact, a worn item. It's a interact is activate an item, gains the manipulate trait.
Right. So there's a
It
flat check.
requires you to use your hands. So if it doesn't work, does that mean I lose it?
I think so.
Yeah, usually like if I
If
mess
you
with
attempt to
spell,
manipulate
usually-
action while grabbed, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check, or it is lost.
Okay. Now,
Roll
Do I still
the check after
After
spending
spending
the
the-
action,
Okay.
before the effects are applied. So yeah, your Cape of the Mountebank will be used if you fail this.
So it's a 1 in 4 chance of it not working. It's actually
I'm rolling using a hero point. Do we roll that?
Okay, where are you dimension dooring to?
The fuck out of here.
it has to be somewhere you can see, and it has to be within the range of the spell, like 120 feet. In
Yeah, I'm getting somewhere behind the Gronks. Oh, big brother. Owie. Over here somewhere. Now that Noltanica in range,
Okay, so you're no longer grabbed.
I'm no longer grabbed. Yeah.
Nautica just glances around. She's like, look. She like quickly glances to see where you are, and her eyes narrow when she sees
Actually,
Shadow.
come to think of it, let's get a little bit back.
You've got 2 actions left,
Yes, I do.
and you're in a fart cloud. There's a little poof. You're a little poofy fart cloud.
You could see a little bit of blood, your own blood, kind of around the tentacle that was squeezing you, floating in the water.
So I'm gonna shoot her a few times, or it, whatever. There, fuck. It's not.
You're gonna like target her and then the arrows.
Yeah. So target her, and the second one is
AC 33 misses the
Yeah.
spawn.
yeah. So 29, 26, 46.
Critical hit.
20 is the- Was it a natural? Was the critical hit both
It's
ways,
nat
or just
20.
a nat 20 critical hit?
It's a nat 20. So would a 46, would a 45 hit her?
You rolled a 20. You got a crit.
Okay. So does Sonic work?
Yeah.
Does electrical roll separately?
Nope. Roll it all together. Oh, actually, yes. You need to roll the elemental damage separately. She does have a thing.
Okay. Damn it. 6d8 plus 2d6 Sonic. Plus 10 plus 1d10. And then I'll roll a 2d6 later. 43, she's pinned.
Oh. Yeah.
And 2d6.
God damn, you pin a tentacle to the ground. She looks pissed. She looks really pissed.
2d6. 6 damage electrical. I don't know if any gets through. Probably 10.
1 gets through.
Oh, right on. Okay. Guys, I need some help. This is real bad. Tommy, open the fucking gate.
Krieger.
Krieger! He's gonna rage.
Yelling underwater.
Sudden charge. Staying away from that thing.
Stick together, you nutcase!
Yeah, we'll do that again. Does it have reactions?
No.
Hello.
You get right into Natonica. She says in her head, like, who is this madman?
Don't mind him.
She's like tugging a little bit on the arrow that got one of the small tentacles into the side. Krieger, you did have to swim part of that. Like there is a bit of a gap.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah, okay.
that's using his swim speed.
Kind of
Yeah.
hammer through the air. It's just angrily smoking and bubbling because it's fiery, but you are underwater. Your great lungs take in great quantities of the brine.
Oh my god. This is...
And then a tentacle bumps you and you twist around a little bit.
And second attack. Because of
20.
haste.
20!
Well, it's gonna be one of those nights, is it?
Yep. It's kind of jostling you with the tentacles.
Maybe she'll still be pissed off at Shadow and not just destroy you with 1,000 tentacle attacks.
Yeah, she doesn't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's very ineffectual. Just loud.
She says kind of like this remark, like interesting toy, like about maybe Krieger
He could be a puppet.
or maybe the hammer or maybe both. She almost like dismisses